Okay.
Hello, Shane. Welcome. Thank you for coming,
Thank you, Mo.
for being here online with me.
Yes.
The first question for you is, how well has your education prepared you for working abroad?
Well, I studied accounting, and I'm not using very much accounting because I'm working doing sales, marketing, as well as some English teaching. I work for a company that trains employees with SABIC as well as the Saudi military. And so I would say more than learning accounting, I would say the experience I got from working in groups, critical thinking, organizing, and also through internships better prepared me more than the actual knowledge I gained from university. So I think, especially, and I've been to other countries. I've been to Turkey. I've been to Jordan. And I've been to universities, and I've seen um, the style, and most of it is just learning knowledge to prepare them for a test. Whereas what I really appreciate about the U.S. education is the hands-on group projects and opportunities for internships more than anything. So
Excellent.
yeah,
And what resources did you use to find the job? Did you use alumni or like LinkedIn?
yeah.
And
So
what,
go ahead.
oh, sorry, go ahead. And what is the approach that we should take to find a job abroad?
Hmm.
What was your process of getting the job and getting to the country you're in?
So first off, I would say the biggest thing to do is leverage your network. So that's what I did. Originally, I wanted to work in Dubai with Emirates. I've always been interested in working with an airline company, and they wanted 3 to 5 years experience with an airline company in America. And for me, I knew I wanted to be out in the Middle East to improve my Arabic and to just continue traveling. That was some of my goals. But I just leveraged my network, and I found out the best way to come out was to get a certification to teach English. And I have a friend in Riyadh who is teaching English. And after 6 months, she was moved up into a director role. And for me, uh, after learning about that, I thought it would be a good idea just to get out here and start networking. Um, Whereas it's hard to get other jobs unless you have a lot of experience in that field in a company in the US first. Um, so I would say one thing I do, I actually have a list of probably my top 100 LinkedIn contacts, and I have an spreadsheet, and I try to contact a few of them each week just to keep updated with my network. And I write the date that I contacted them, so I try to follow up. I always write thank you letters or thank you cards to professors, to people I work with, and I think those little things go a long way as far as finding jobs in the future. And in the past, it's helped me. So
Excellent.
yeah.
That's very cool. Thank you. And what are the pros and cons of working in a different country?
Okay, I would say working here is a lot easier than the U.S. As far as it's a lot more of a relaxed pace, um, but some of the so that's kind of a pro, but it's also a challenge because I'm used to wanting to go and always have something to do, and sometimes you just don't. For example, for my sales part of my job, I go and I visit companies in this industrial city in Jubail. So there's hundreds of companies, and I'll go in to speak with a training or a human resources manager, and a lot of times a meeting that should only take 5 to 10 minutes can often take half an hour to an hour, because of all the courtesies of, okay, we have to have tea or coffee. So learning how to adjust to that has been a pro and a con, I would say. Like, for me, it's been maybe something I'm uncomfortable with, but I think it's good to develop and understand how business works out here. And then I think more than um, working in a place, I think just living in a new place is a challenge because you're constantly every day figuring out the system. For example, uh, paying most bills is not done online. You have to do that through an ATM. And getting accounts set up is always done in the morning, and it's hard to get work off to go and set up an account like getting a driver's license or getting a bank account. All of this is done in the morning, and they do that to reduce the amount of people that come. Um, so they won't allow it in the afternoon. So that was kind of a challenge and a frustration, but I've learned just to always just have respect and patience, and that's gone a long way as far as trying to get things done. I know a lot of expats and foreigners that are here that have an attitude of I'm right, and if they go at it that way, they usually the Saudis here will just say, okay, we're not going to deal with you, and they have every right to do that. So it's been very good, and I'm sure I'll have a lot of ups and downs over the next year. I've only been here for 4 months, and I'm sure I'll be kind of pushed to my limits, but I'll try to overcome that and continue to learn. So.
Excellent. Our fourth question is, how would you describe your work-life balance?
Um, I work a lot, and I think the big part about being outside of university, out of college, you only have the evenings during the week. So I've tried to develop a lot of habits to just be more efficient as far as preparing meals at the beginning of the week, or when I go to the gym, I try to just focus on that, get in, get out, so I can really, if I do want to spend time with friends or doing stuff for myself, I have to make every amount of time worth it because I'm working 9 to 11 hours a day. So I think because I'm planning to be here maybe for a year or 2 years and just try to make as much money as possible, I think that it's kind of a tough work-life balance. So the weekends are a lot. For example, like if I want to travel, there's a lot of beautiful places in Saudi Arabia. There's a lot of sand dunes or caves, a lot of things people don't know about in Saudi Arabia that even Saudis don't know about. So if I want to do that, I really have to push myself on the weekends when I'm just exhausted from the week. But being young, I think it's totally worth it. So.
That's excellent. And our last question for you, Shane, is how are the different groups of foreigners treated in the workforce? What are your views before entering the country and now about the country?
Sure. To be honest, I would say, unfortunately, there's more respect for Westerners from like Western Europe and America than there are from people from maybe the Philippines or India or Bangladesh, and I'm not sure why, but I don't think people intentionally will have disrespect or less respect. I wouldn't say disrespect, but sometimes it feels weird to be treated with more respect just because I'm white or just because I'm, from America. And so I think with everyone, I try to treat everybody equally. And yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think it's an intentional discrimination. I just think it's the people coming from the Eastern countries get paid less. And I think there's just an idea in a lot of the people that are from here that people from the West are better or maybe have a better education or whatever it might be. So it's kind of an interesting thing to develop, and it's good to always remind myself that I'm not in America. I am in a different country, and to not have a negative view on those things, but rather to respect everyone and to just be who I am with everybody I interact with. So.
Excellent.
Yeah,
well,
thank you, Mo.
Thank you for taking your time and
Yes.
interviewing with me.
Definitely.
It was good to hear some of the things that I don't know about in Saudi Arabia.
Sure.
You.
Good.
Excellent.